What's up, you guys? And welcome to my next video. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and comment to this channel. Today, we'll be having a conversation about how to become a language assistant in Spain. The first logical question is, how do I actually accomplish something like this? Do I need a bunch of money to do this? Or this or that? Well, I keep it simple for you guys. It just comes down to these two simple things. Very, very simple. The first thing is a bachelor's degree. The second thing is a teaching certificate. So maybe I should have started that off by saying a bachelor's degree, because that does take time to get. So just scratch that, forget I even said that BS. The second thing is something that is accessible for just about anybody. And that thing is a teaching certificate. So there's 3 different types of a teaching certificate to get. This video will be a walkthrough on how to get your hands on a teaching certificate. I will also walk through the application process of becoming a language assistant, coming to Spain specifically, and I will also go on the website, go overseas to discuss different options as far as it goes to teaching assistants. It doesn't just have to be Spain, you guys. That's the best thing about this. So there's plenty of different reasons to getting a teaching certificate. You can do so many different things. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to Spain for 7 months, even though that really is a luxury to say. You can use the teaching certificate for going to different countries that of your interest. So maybe you want to go to Japan like I do one day. Maybe you can go out there and teach for 4 months, or teach for 3 months or a week, or I don't know. There's so many different things you can do with it. So you can use it for being a teaching assistant for multiple different countries that have this kind of program, or you can use it for an online tutoring platform so you can teach right at the crib and make some money right at the crib. So it doesn't always have to be just DoorDash as a side hustle. You can maybe use this as a side hustle as well. And you can also use this as a side hustle while you're actually a teaching assistant. So there's so many different opportunities you have with this. Another important thing you can use this teaching certificate for is you can also put it on your resume. And once you put it on your resume, it just makes you look more diverse, makes you look better. And without further ado, let's go. First things first, we'll type in Profex Auxiliares inside Google search, and we will go to the website. Then we'll press Language Assistance. After, press Register. Then Persona Física. And then we'll fill out this whole entire page. And as done above, please get rid of the translate page, because you do not want those problems. Because when you try to translate the page, it messes with different things and it makes this process so much more complicated than it needs to be. So I would just suggest maybe just copy and pasting words or phrases piece by piece, and I think that will get you the best results, because there's going to be some weird things going on if you translate the whole entire page. I would also suggest pressing the Ajuda to the right. That also means help, for just maybe more assistance. And also a little bit later in the application, there is an instructional video that can help you get through this. Even though this application process can get a little shysty, the best thing about this is it's 100% free, gratis. And this is applying directly through the government of Spain. So to reiterate, you do not need to blow a bag on a program, because that is not the only way to get to Spain. You can do this free. It just will cause more headaches, if I'm being real with you guys. Next, we'll type in gooverseas.com and we will go to Teach Abroad. From here, you'll see just about every single country in the whole entire world. So it's really just your choosing from this point on. But for the sake of this video, we will go to Spain. Once we finally get Spain, we can see all the options below. And you can see the reviews and the ratings. And on the left, you can make adjustments like your time in Spain, so it doesn't have to be a full year. And you can do the housing in case you want to stay with a host family, or if you want your own freedom, you can stay in an apartment. Next, we go to the top and we go online TEFL courses. On here, we have to make sure the filter is on online, so we're not sitting in a classroom trying to learn this stuff. Here we have plenty of options, and we have even more options on Google. And the key for this is not spending more than $30 for a TEFL course. Just trust me on this. To conclude everything, this is something that you can truly do because there is such a high demand for native English speakers amongst all these different countries. My tips would also be make sure you're placed in a larger city. No matter what country, whether you choose Spain or Japan, China, any one of those countries, just make sure you're placed in a larger city because I truly, in my opinion, I think there is more to offer, and I think those cities are more accommodating to foreigners than a rural city or a village. I'll keep it real with y'all. That whole entire application process we're going through with the Profex was really complicated for me. And there was a lot of links and stuff that was just weird. And of course you can't, it's not as if you can translate the whole entire page because that makes it even weirder. So for me, I was going through a lot during the process of making this application. I was trying to graduate. I was worried about just a whole bunch of dental school stuff and this and that. So I personally chose a program, and the program I went with is RVF. I applied to a few programs, but the one that I was able to get was RVF. I'll make sure to have the in-depth with those different programs, and in particular my experience with RVF. So don't worry about that. That will be on the way. But those options are there for you. So if it does get too weird with doing the thing, and if you're unable to find the help and get the assistance you need to actually get the application done, just know that these programs are there. The only downside is you have to pay for these programs, but these programs have their own perks and benefits. But if you want to be able to do this free of charge, like no questions asked, it is within your best interest to get through this application. And maybe I'm making it seem harder than it is. I don't know, but it got a little overwhelming for me personally, and that's why I decided to just go with these programs. And I know, I'm not gonna lie, it is a little scary because it's just like you can easily be getting scammed with all this stuff. But I can at least attest to RVF that that's not a scam because, I mean, look at where I am right now. I know this video was dense with a lot of information, but I appreciate y'all for sticking through with me. And I promise I'll be back with some more content about things of this nature. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to this channel and also leave a comment below. And we out.